Welcome to the Lumineers Archive. I'm Nathan, Lumineer626, and let's take a look at the last of our starter decks, the Emerald Ruby, and we're going to be updating it to a deck that I like to call Sword Tricks. This is following up with what the deck is intended to do with these combat shenanigans. So, look and see what you like, and see if you'd like to make this deck for you. Here we have Sword Tricks. This is going to be the most interesting of the starter decks because the whole concept of the Emerald Ruby starter deck was to do combat shenanigans, and their main means of doing so were Mad Hatter and Aladdin Heroic Outlaw. Well, now not only are we doing what they were already doing with those cards, we've brought both of them up to 4 copies. We've added more support for Aladdin by providing more copies of Aladdin Prince Ali and Aladdin Street Rat. And then we've added other cards that interact the same way Mad Hatter does. Then to finish things out, we've provided ourselves with a good amount of evasive for those few characters that don't. And if it's not something that's providing into one of those 2 strategies, it's just our simple 1-drop so that we can stay effective early on, as well as our hard removal in the forms of Dragonfire and Be Prepared. So, let's just go through the deck real quick. We've got Duke of Wesselton, Sergeant Tibbs, Aladdin Prince Ali, Cruella de Vil, Flynn Rider, Cheshire Cat, Peter Pan, Never Landing, Aladdin Street Rat, Pongo, Kuzco, Mad Hatter, Goofy Daredevil, Genie on the Job, Aladdin Heroic Outlaw, Dragonfire, and Be Prepared. So, defensively is when majority of your abilities will activate. Flynn Rider and Mad Hatter activate anytime that character is challenged, causing your opponent to either discard cards or allowing you to draw cards. Both amazing effects. While Cruella de Vil, Kuzco, and Cheshire Cat only activate when they banish, but you're either returning a character to your opponent's hand or you're banishing the character that banished them. And Kuzco takes it a step further by having Ward, making it where the only way your opponent can deal with him is to banish him in a challenge. So, he's going to be very good. Now, the one downside of this is I've not seen any rules analysis to see if mass effects like Be Prepared will get around Ward. My suspicion is yes, but until I get it confirmed, I'm neither going to say yes or no on whether Ward protects you from mass effects. But I believe it does not. So, one of the other things you got to look at is you're doing so much in this deck to disrupt your opponent's plays, and that's where Genie on the Job comes in. He comes out, he returns something to your opponent's hand. Also in the disruption, Aladdin Street Rat is going to reduce your opponent's lore value when you play him, along with Aladdin Heroic Outlaw when you banish their characters in combat. This allows you to do some fun interactions where you can take your opponent out of a winning position while furthering getting yourself close to a winning position. So, this is a nice deck, but it's going to be a lot harder to learn because it's all about the intricacies of using combat in a very shenanigan way. So, this deck will be a very fun and very competitive deck, but it's going to take a lot more time and patience to understand how to use it and to be really good with it. But once you do, you will be vastly rewarded and you will be enjoying every minute of it as your opponent scratches their head uncertain of what to do. So this is Sword Tricks, and enjoy, everyone. If you like the content I'm making on this channel, please like and subscribe. And if you have any ideas for future content, please leave them down in the comments below. Thank you,